Hi everyone, this is Ellen Marie Francisco. We are going to do our pick a card reading, July 2021, and there's a lot to talk about. Let me tell you, this is definitely one of those months where challenges create strength, building opportunities. Resilience is the name, acceptance is the game. We really are being roto-rooted on a deep soul level. Last year we had opportunities to clean out the closets before universe bore down, expecting more and more deep inner reflection and internal aha moments. What are you doing with your aha moments? It seems this internal growth at the expense of the outside world has proved difficult for many in unexpected ways as we all balance new pressures and try to shore up weaknesses in our own internal structures, all in the midst of confusion and uncertainty everywhere else. You are meant to find yourself in this life and live your own truth. It's no longer fashionable to live a life full of useless sacrifice in return for little fractionated portions of happiness. Some of us have already known that. Some need to catch up. It's unfortunate that the journey to self is often a painful process. Often we realize how we've underestimated ourselves and we've undervalued ourselves along the way. We draw new boundaries that relate more appropriately and move on with this new knowledge until we are tested again to dig deeper. Have you determined that you are sometimes the only one standing in your own way? Whatever you believe today, however you've come to believe it, know that a lot of what you believe is about to change. There are constitutional shifts brewing in the world around us, with cosmic overtones and undertones and the divine machinations none of us will escape that are all bubbling under the surface of the ever-cracking veneer of the unreality many believed was reality. The shift is real. Try not to lose yourself in surface distractions as a means to not face your own new reality. That's our little overview. We can move on with the pick a card now, so let's get started. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Today we have 4 cards to choose from, and we are working with James Wanless, PhD's Voyager deck. Card number 1 is 2 of Wands, Purity. We all have blind spots in the light. Don't complicate things by trying to see things that aren't there. White light, the crystals, the window, and the lotus all represent purity of perception. See things for what they are. You may be seeing the light finally in a situation that has eluded you until now. Do not doubt your attuned inner perception. Develop its gift. Be a guiding light for those that need help seeing through their own blind spots. Have compassion for your fellow man, trying to find his way as well. Be true to yourself. Light transcends everything. Call in the light, purify yourself, ease your mind. Purify your body as this flame signifies spirit in action, the spirit deep in your internal core, unshakably you that wants to shine. You are impeccably curated. Don't look out the window at the world, recognizing its contaminated conditioning, then willingly wear it when you cross the threshold in and out of it. Don't leave your inner sanctum at home when you show up in the world. You are meant to harmonize with yourself first and wear your own truth in the outer world. Use your own divine light and your own unimpeded perceptions. The world is reforming itself. Help the world out by being your own purest version of yourself. We all bring something unique to this planetary experience. We each are a piece of the puzzle, illuminating things in our own ways for the world to conform to instead. Simplify. Card number 2, 7 of Wands, Courage. It takes courage to be willing to face yourself in the dark. Self-defeating tendencies, character defects, and deep repressed emotions are all par for the course here. Face down your fears, warrior of light. With your own almighty sword, cut through the tough stuff and let it move out of you. You are capable. We are working opposites and polarities for good reason. There is no way to tell where the midpoint is without visiting our own extremes. Equilibrium comes when you learn about how to balance your own energies. Strange that becoming light makes you a master of the darkness, isn't it? Dark nights of the soul and challenging states of mind are part of the journey to enlightenment, and in one way or another, we are all on a pilgrimage to unravel our own story so we can see how we fit into the world ourselves. In order to embrace our own unique gifts and follow our own path, one must be willing to stand alone with them. But often we miss how amazing we are because we lose context. There is nothing to judge against, nothing to compare against. Some do need the world to find their context, but don't melt into it. Rather, stand out against the mediocre backdrop that is so mundane for us all. Build strength from all that you've done. It takes tenacity and resilience and bold, outright determination to make it sometimes. Don't be afraid to grow. Card number 3, 5 of Crystals, Negativity. We've seen this card in the last several months already, so here it is again, showing up in July. It is natural when reaching for the light to have to deal with one's own darkness. Even light workers battle demons and entities, psychic vampire attacks, and their own internal darkness that begs to be called out into the light. It's easy for simple things to take on negative meaning when you're not in the right frame of mind. Don't forego positive behaviors and actions when faced with negative circumstances. Keep up your good, positive behaviors. Reinforce them when you can. Keep reaching. Find your faith. Guard your mind during this period to avoid deep dives into the woe is me mentality with defeatist critical thinking. That's not going to do you any good. The primitive mind willingly pursues warped thinking, however, when enough triggers its determination to make you feel unworthy, less than, and incapable. Then the no's start in with no you can't, no you won't, no you don't, until no thing happens. Understand this is a part of you that is hardwired into your primitive brain and is an important part of yourself to grow beyond the grasp of. Confusion, narrow-mindedness, and delusion can lead to a mini living nightmare of epic proportions, so use the power of your negative mind against itself and say no to all your self-defeating tendencies. Say no to uneasy situations, and say no to false advertising. Say no to doing things against your intuition and your instinct. Say no to things that don't resonate with you. Card number 4, Hanged Man. Patience is a virtue, certainly, but having to wait it out in seemingly endless cycles is demanding, challenging, and wearying. The law of reversal is at play again, bringing different results than expected. You are under constrictive influences beyond your control. You may as well surrender to that. You may be discovering the universe has its own timing. Many things will not go as expected. It is the nature of life. Surrender your ego in the process in favor of your higher mind. Be willing to keep an open mind even when things seem restrictive and hopeless. Accepting limitations can bring unexpected expansions. Not everything has an obvious outcome, and surrendering to the way things are can often lead to openings in ways you really hoped for. You are in the preparatory stage of a spiritual rebirth, a cosmic widening, and an emotional awakening. The shadow side of Hangman can plunge you into the pit of despair with feelings of apathy, martyrdom, and addictive traits wanting more time in the sun. So if you are prone to addictive things, get some help during this month. Use the energies this month to try to train your mind and emotional body to release expectations and ideas that may be limiting and standing in the way of your own serenity. Practice self-compassion despite feelings of unworthiness. Release your own unrealistic expectations and keep a very wide open mind. If it is time for you to get a closer look at the dynamics getting in your way of your best life, my contact information is in the comments section down below. I'd be happy to do a reading to help you gain clarity and insights that will help you on your path. You can book a reading on my website at morphintoyou.com. I look forward to seeing you next month and hearing in the comments down below how this month is going for you. Take really good care. We're going to get through this together. Have a beautiful month.